Brigadier Coach Budhwar, who is a commandant of 515 base workshop at Bangalore. He would like to have some interactions with the MSMEs. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Gentlemen, till the time this computer is fixed up, I'll just introduce myself. I am Brigadier R.S. Budhwar. I am the commandant of 515 Army Base Workshop. Just to give you a brief history, we have 8 base workshops in the entire country, and most of them were raised during the Second World War. What you must realize is, when you make a new equipment, the effort required is maybe 2 or 3 years of manufacturing. But the same equipment is sustained for almost 40 to 50 years in the Indian Army. Just to cite you one example, the most cutting edge technology of our A vehicle, that is tanks, is T-72, which came into the Indian Army in the decades of 80s. T-90, which is supposed to be more advanced tank, that started getting manufactured here in Chennai in 2000. So you must realize one thing, that manufacturing is one procedure, but however the bigger challenge is to maintain it. More number of components, more number of upgrades, engineering intervention take place during those 2 to 3 decades. And this is where you come in. In my previous appointment, I was posted as the Deputy Military Attaché in Embassy of India in Moscow. And when the war started on 24th of February, everybody thought that it will get over in a very short time. But it's almost about 19 months now. War is still on. Just to give you some facts and figures, it was in the year 2023 when the war started, 22 when the war started, that was February. And unlike us, the Russian production year is from 1st of January of every year till 31st of December. And in December of 22, the president had given a decree saying that all the production of 2022 will be completed. The industry achieved a target of 109%. And all the orders of 24 and 25 will be completed in 2023. That means the industry was able to look at the surge requirement of almost 300%. In 1 year they could produce, which they used to produce in which were in normal course they would have produced in 3 years. So that is the kind of industrial support they have. I'll send you 2 more examples. Each OEM gives a warranty to the equipment, and there are certain warranty repairs which are to be carried out. So the civilian engineers, people like you, they went to the field area, in the battlefield area, and carried out warranty repairs. Even on the side of Ukrainians, there were repair echelons which are established on the Ukrainian border. So that is the kind of synergy the civil industry and the defense forces have on those countries. That is why they are superpowers, because that is the kind of dependence they have on their own resources. In our case, we imported a lot of equipment. Of course, things are changing now, but you have a very important role to play. What I told you about base workshop group, we have these 8 base workshops which take care of life cycle sustainment. That is, when the equipment is inducted, till the time it is not discarded, those 4 decades we look after the equipment. And this equipment comes for medium repairs after about 10 years of their exploitation, and then a medium, then an overall, first overall and second overall. So that is where we require a lot of support from you. These 5 base workshops, 505, that is located in Delhi, that looks after all the tank vehicles, A vehicle, that is T-72 and T-90s. 506, which is located in Jabalpur, which looks after armament, that is guns. 507 looks after all the Eastern Bloc vehicles like Kras, ZIL, those kind of equipment which we imported from Poland, Czechoslovakia and Russia. We are still maintaining them. 508, which is located in Allahabad, they look after power pack systems. There are certain special vehicles like Tatra. 509 looks after all electronic equipment. And 510 about all missile systems. 512, which is located in Pune, they look after BMPs. And 515, which I am a present part of, that looks after aviation equipment. We make simulators, and we also make spares for all base workshop requirements. So this is where your role is very, very important, and we'll request for your. So what I plan to do is, next about 10 minutes, I will show you what are the kind of work we are doing and where you can support us. I had a chance to go around and see a lot of stalls, and there's a lot of scope of cooperation between MSMEs and the base workshops, because we require immediate space. We have adequate flexibility as far as finances are concerned. We can place orders directly onto you. We also have a research and development fund. A lot of this indigenization effort which we actually undertake can be undertaken under R&D, and if it is successful, we can have bulk orders. But just to caution you, we all are on GEM. You have to be GEM registered vendor to do business with army based workshops. Typically, like any other production unit, we have a workforce of almost 1,500 people. 80% of them are civilians who are enrolled as civil defense employees. They come to our factories and serve there for about 30 to 40 years. So their skill sets are very high. And in our case, we also undertake some kind of recruitment of apprentices, people who have done ITI engineering or people who have done engineering graduates. We give them scholarships to come and work with us. Some stipend is paid to them, and then they can hone their skills. And we have a component of about 20% combatants, people like me and people who are in uniform who serve in various field areas and come back to the base workshops, and with the field experience, we try to enhance our repair capability. Okay, I think there's something wrong. I'll start off from what I have. So we have 5 production departments. Firstly, the methods. Methods is the place is like a small R&D cell. So any of our problems we share with the academia and the industry. And many of you can make hoses, cables, gears, spare parts can come to us. We can have a joint development of certain spares which are critical to us, and which requires some kind of reverse engineering. We do have drawings which have been supplied to us by the OEMs. The challenge which we face is the raw material. The metallurgy of these Western countries is very good. We are not able to get equivalents in Russian in Indian parlance. So if some of you can help us in supplying raw material like rubber, cables, some kind of alloys, if you give a composition, that really work good for us. As of now, we are using certain mechanical methods and human methods to decipher these drawings. If some of you can give us some solutions wherein software is involved and without destroying a particular sample, if we can reach a drawing, engineering drawing, and we are able to manufacture one, that would be really good. We require certain tools and dies. They are required to make our spare parts. So some of you can tell us how to develop a simple oblique compound die which can collapse our procedures. That will be a great help. As far as rubber and upholstery sections are concerned, we require some kind of equipment which is precise in calibrating, in calculating the length and other dimensions of rubber cables and all. So that will enhance our capability. Okay, this is what you can see on the view foil. On the right side, you can see our workers working, and we already covered these 3. The third, that is component engineering division. We make a lot of metallic spare parts, which are repetitive in nature. The operations are repetitive in nature. So we'd like some of you to help us in automating those procedures, maybe use of robotics to make it more efficient and much more precise equipment. As far as the machinery is concerned, we have obsolete, almost 50% is obsolete. So we are looking for new CNC machines. Somebody who can train us in operation of these machines, give us customized solution of our operations, and also help our people to learn how to repair them and maintain them. One of the major responsibilities we have is of making simulators. We make more than 42 different type of simulators for the Indian Army, and not only manufacture, we repair and maintain them throughout their life cycles. As all of you know that these simulators have 2 major components. One is the hardware, other is the software. What we are looking at is maybe a superior quality of hardware which is customized to our requirement, and if some kind of software can be developed for diagnostics which is AI based, and some kind of upgrades in the software, that will be really helpful to us. We can do it under a joint partnership of upgrading the systems. Next. What you see is our cable and hoses section. We manufacture cable harnesses for Western equipment, especially tanks, air defense equipment, which is very, very complicated. So we will require some kind of raw material, some kind of precision equipment for the measurements, and quality control equipment. So if some of you are interested in supplying or are you manufacturing all this, you may help us. This is our hoses making section. We make hoses which are very peculiar to the army equipment, defense equipment, which have to undergo a lot of pneumatic and hydraulic pressure. So, and the end connectors are very, very important. So we are looking for somebody who can help us in improving our procedures, give us a better raw material which meets the requirement. Next. As far as rubber is concerned, we have various rings, seals which are manufactured by us. The problem we face is most of this equipment, These seals are from Western countries or erstwhile Eastern Bloc countries. The rubber composition which we get is not up to the mark. The raw material, of course, becomes the major problem. Then to decipher when we are doing some reverse engineering, what is the composition, we require some equipment which can actually come to precise composition of that metal, rubber equipment and seals, and maybe help us in making better seals. Because all these seals come under a lot of tremendous pressure when a weapon is firing or it is moving. There is a lot of hydraulic pressure, pneumatic pressure. So if some of you are manufacturing this, which means testing of raw material, the quality of raw material, procedures, manufacturing procedures and end quality control, that will be a great help to us. Next please. We already talked about simulators. There are few of the simulators what you can see people have made. So when we make a simulator, we require a mock-up of that entire thing, which includes a big screen, certain projection systems, certain mechanical spares, mechanical mock-up. Then there is a hardware and software, which is mostly computer related. Software development and AI-based diagnostic is a challenge for us. So if any of you can help us in this, it will be good. Next please. Here are a few of the photographs of simulators which we are making. Okay, what you see this contraption? It's a hydraulic contraption which has got 6 degrees of movement. This gives you a simulation when you are traveling in a rough area or mountainous terrain. So if you can give us a slightly superior technology, right now they are electrically operated and not very realistic. So if somebody is into hydraulics who can help us, will be good. These are a few of the simulators for small arms. These are simulator station. So we are looking for a much better and a much more upgraded version. We require something, of course we cannot fire in a simulator, but we require something which can give us a feel that the pneumatic shock which a soldier will experience on the shoulder when he is firing a weapon. So if some of you can give us a solution how to come more realistic on this issue, it will really help us. There are a few of the other simulators which we are making. Next. One of the areas of our expertise is repair of helicopter spares. Presently, we are repairing about 22 different types of Cheetah and Chetak helicopter spares. If any of you is dealing in this, who is Similec certified, you can please help us in not only manufacturing and repairing this and supply of spare parts, but also quality control.
I request all the visitors, please stay back for the seminar. They have the next session now on quality, very important session.